Alrighty, so here I shall explain to you how a coal reactor works and how a natural gas reactor works. First, we will be starting with coal. Alright, so first, on a coal reactor, as you can see, there's usually a storage of coal right over here. Now, the coal gets led up on a conveyor belt, and it gets led into the coal grinder, which crushes all the coal into fine dust, and that gets added to the reactor. Now, this reactor is usually burning, like so. Now, this can get hot enough to where it boils water into steam. Now, this steam is led into a turbine, and it spins the turbine. As you can see. Now, this turbine is cooled off with water from a water reservoir, like usually a lake, or maybe the water is even imported. And some of this water is fed off so it can be put into the boiler to create steam. Now, for the ash from the coal, all of that gets sent out of the smokestack, as you can see here. Alright, now as this turbine's spinning, it also is spinning this generator, as you can see. Now, as this generator spins, it has some conductive metals on the sides of the walls, and the generator itself inside the cylinder is conductive. So as these metals brush together, it creates electricity. Now, this electricity is then sent into a transformer, which sends it out throughout the power grid. Now that is how a coal reactor works. Almost forgot to mention that what coal gives off is CO2. Let me just put that in here. Now, CO2 is great at trapping heat. But this is a bad thing in our atmosphere, as it will warm the Earth and everything will get hotter. This is known as global warming. Now, this is a natural gas reactor. It's kind of the same thing, but it's different, as in it uses natural gas. Now, let's just get out of this. So, instead of coal, it has a natural gas chamber here. Now, when the pipeline is opened, this natural gas is led into the reactor. And this natural gas is ignited, but it's usually much hotter than coal, which is why I will be using a blue flame to represent how hot it can get, as blue is the hottest type of flame. Now, just like coal, this will generate steam, but it will generate more than coal, as natural gas can burn hotter. As we've discussed, it rotates a turbine. It uses water from a water reservoir to cool the turbine, but also to make steam in a boiler. Now, again, like we also discussed, this will spin a generator, which the generator inside is a big cylinder, so it's conductive, and the walls inside the generator are conductive, so those brush together and they make electricity. This gets put into a transformer, and the transformer sends it throughout the power grid. But here's the downside of natural gas, because while it doesn't particularly emit like CO2 like coal does, it is, however, even worse than CO2, because what natural gas emits is known as CH4, which is also known as methane. Now, methane is much worse than CO2, as it is about 5 times more effective at trapping heat than CO2 is, meaning it's even worse for the environment, even though it can generate more power, since that's the cost of it. While after this video ends, I will demonstrate how a nuclear reactor generates electricity and how it will be much better for the environment and for society in general. That is all. Now, let's get back to the presentation.